Carbon Cars. On this beautiful sunny December morning, we have a very special review of a Lancia Delta Integrale 8-valve, first version of the infamous rally car. 89 model, the most incredible, beautiful colour, which off the top of my head I don't remember, but we're going to have a chat with Charlie, who got it a couple months ago now, and we'll talk about the process of buying, reasons for buying, how we brought it over, and any issues we've had. Stay tuned. Charlie, hi mate, lovely to see you.
Good to see you.
Lovely machine you have here.
Thank you very much.
How long have you had it now?
April last year, so 9 months now.
Is it that long?
It's been that long. Not too much trouble. Not as much as I was expected.
We've had a couple of issues. Just to give you a bit of background, the car was purchased in Belgium through... Just tell us a little bit about the process of how you found it. You found it online?
I found it online. It was being sold through a Porsche garage by a kind of small classic car company. And it had recently been... it had a full history. It recently had some work done on, you know, these are notorious for rust, so the bottom's been treated.
So the bodywork is generally the biggest concern, and from what I can tell, even just a paint job. Remind me the name of the colour, please.
This is Winner Rosso.
Okay.
Winner Rosso. Okay. Yeah.
Winner red, although it's slight burgundy tinge to it.
Kind of maroon.
But considering the age, and it's in fantastic condition.
Yeah, I mean, it had a new paint job. The guy that sold it to me was especially proud of the thickness of the paint layer. But I mean, you do notice as you go around, there's a couple of underneath the paint.
A couple of little blemishes.
There's a couple of places where the metal's obviously been.
Oh, it's an 89 car, isn't it?
No, I think this was actually built in 87, but first registration 88.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, the colour's really coming for you. Even the sunshine, it's absolutely exquisite, mate. This is our second attempt at a review. The first one, we had a little minor issue, which turned out not to be an issue at all, but we slightly overfilled the petrol tank. Yeah. And then had quite a substantial leak. And we're obviously quite concerned about it. Turns out it was just an overfill. So aside from that, there was a little hose issue.
Yep. Well, that's what I expected.
So one hose replaced.
Yeah, the heating wasn't working when I got it, so I fixed that, and there was a bit of blowback from the wash wipers. So
we've had it looked over from our good friends at Gonella as well, give it a once over, and they're pretty impressed with the whole condition. Engine got a good thumbs up, had a good look underneath, everything seems to be okay. This is the very, very initial engine, so just the 8-valve head on it. And as you can see from the bonnet, there is no hump, inverted commas, as it didn't need to accommodate the extra height. But as you'll see in a slightly different model, that's the major difference. First version of the wheel arches, which got increasingly bigger and bigger, and then extended to probably another inch on the Evo 2, the ultimate final version. But considering the age of the car, I think the design is, it's aged so well, and it still stands out. And you can only ultimate judge of a car is the reaction you get from people. And we drove up from South East London on the M2 today, and people have been beeping at us and stopping at us. So at the very least, you're making a few people very happy with your choice of car, mate.
Thank you very much. It makes me happy. So.
And it makes you happy as well, of course. What did you expect when you first bought it, your initial drive? Was it what you expected?
No, because everything was working and it didn't break down. And I got it safely back from Holland with no issues at all.
Well, that's exactly the point. The car is so smooth and so refined.
Yeah, when I first drove it, you drive it without the turbo, it feels like a very comfortable kind of town car, whatever, driving it around town.
Absolutely, which is essentially what it's based on.
Yeah.
However.
But then once you get up to 4,000 revs and the turbo kicks in, it becomes a different thing.
Yes, very much a split personality. Yeah. And as the car's got increasingly fast, I mean, by modern standards, it's not the quickest car. However, the feeling you get, the gearbox, and a little doggy, the feel of the power, the sound of the engine, all these things that are sadly lacking in contemporary vehicles.
Yeah, it's not a washing machine. Well, this is just at 190 odd horsepower, but it's 1,200 kilos. So, and to get the power through the four wheels, this is obviously at home best on your tight.
Of course, I failed to mention Integrale, the way it picks up round the corners. So it's very much a chuckable car. It's, but of course, if you've got major traction, you're slightly slower into corner, feed the power in on the exit, and then the traction off you go. So you've got to tailor your driving styles to this car's attributes. But it's so fulfilling, so rewarding, and we've only scratched the surface on the potential of this car. A, because you have to respect the age, and B, we haven't really found the right terrain yet. No. So once that happens, hopefully we can give it a bit more welly. But it's a delight and a joy to drive, and it really shows what we're lacking now in modern day cars. No personality, no feel behind the wheel. If you're electric, the infrastructure's frankly a joke. Technology is faulty. We don't know what the long-term problems or issues with the battery will be. So I think we should slightly be encouraged to look after old cars and incentivised to do so. And unfortunately, it appears the opposite's happening with ULEZ and extra power. There's war on motorists, and I have an ecological issue with it all. So anyone that's putting time and effort and money into restoring your cars, I salute you.